Now I know that I'm actually late to this story, and this story has really changed like a lot, and I actually wanted to give my opinion and thoughts about this whole dumpster fire of a situation about the Act Man and YouTube. I've seen a lot of people actually, have covered this story and did a lot better job than I ever will, but I just really just couldn't escape it. Like, it just kept getting worse and worse, and I just kept getting pissed and annoyed about it, of how far this situation has just evolved. Even people making videos about this situation were getting their whole channel demonetized, their video demonetized, their video taken down, or even their channel even terminated. And I feel like I'm taking a huge risk of even just talking about it. Anyways, let's actually start with a small recap for those who have been living under a rock this whole fucking week. Actman actually made a video talking about YouTube saying that Quantum TV did nothing wrong and they couldn't do anything about it. There was no guidelines broken and stuff like that, and he made a whole video about it. A few days later, the video was actually taken down for nudity and sexual content, which was sort of connecting to a joke, yes, a joke, of a poorly edited cucumber, kind of joke by Quantum's face. Yes, a poorly edited joke got his whole video taken down by YouTube to say, oh, no, that's too far on YouTube. You can't do that. You cannot put that in your video. Well, when that actually happened, Actman actually posted it on Twitter saying that this is the dark age of YouTube, and his video was taken down by YouTube. Anyways, a day later from his video actually being taken down, his whole entire channel gets completely demonetized. So he won't be able to actually get the monetization actually back on his channel unless he actually, gets in talk with YouTube, or YouTube is like, oops, I'm sorry, we messed up, and they give him his monetization back. But as of now, he pretty much got fired from his job. For him working on YouTube videos, being a content creator for over 7 years at this point, building up a community that, he enjoys, he loves making his content, gets completely kicked out the window because YouTube said, no, we're demonetizing your whole channel. Then once that was actually posted on Twitter, because this whole thing was going absolutely insane across the whole internet, then his community actually wanted to see if YouTube was ever gonna respond to this insane trend on Twitter. He actually started a trend of hashtag justiceforactman. Everybody, and I mean everybody, has been supporting Actman in this situation, and it has blown up so much this past week. It's quite insane. It was trending on Twitter for like at least this whole week. Then after that was posted, a day later, YouTube actually made a response about his whole channel being demonetized and what's been actually going on with his channel recently. This is what they had to say. As discussed, your YouTube partner program suspension followed your now deleted tweets threatening to dox the families of YouTube employees and creators. We do not take these decisions lightly and want to know we're taking your concerns just as serious. We'll keep working with you directly on this. What's funny about this tweet is that they couldn't even investigate Quantum TV's deleted tweets, but somehow they can actually, start investigating old tweets from Actman and say, no, that's bad. We're gonna take your monetization away. Like, this is just such a joke, honestly. I've never seen something like this on YouTube this fucking bad. And you can clearly see how blind YouTube is at this point. It's hard for them to think what's right from wrong. Clearly, they did the wrong thing here. We all know it at this point. The whole YouTube community is pretty much pissed off at this whole damn platform. Honestly, Actman would have probably been fine with just his video being taken down. But since YouTube decided, oh, well, we're gonna take your whole livelihood away because you made a few jokes on Twitter. Like, that's just sad. Plus, many creators are actually, making videos about this whole situation, saying that YouTube is in the wrong. They did something that they should have not done, and they messed up, and they need to revert what they did to Actman. But yeah, Quantum's channel is still up and fully monetized after all the evidence that's been put onto YouTube and everybody else, and Actman has worked directly with YouTube showing evidence. But hey, guess we are on the wrong here. What's really sad about this whole situation is the level that Actman had to actually reach to even get a response from YouTube. about anything that's actually been going on. He couldn't get a response from YouTube using their own services to get in contact with them. He had to actually get in contact with his partner manager to even get a chance to even talk to somebody at YouTube. But that wasn't working out so well, so he went to Twitter to get a full response from YouTube. And I guess that's pretty much the only way right now, because YouTube doesn't like responding to a lot of creators anyways. The only way to get a response from YouTube to make them speak words is on Twitter. I don't know why it has to be Twitter out of all places, because YouTube is such a big platform and owned by Google. Why Twitter? Why is it Twitter always the answer to get a response from YouTube? It should never be. Like, this is actually just frustrating for any creator out there. Any creator that has a problem with their channel, with a video or anything. The only way to get in contact with YouTube is Twitter. Literally Twitter. Out of all places. With the amount of interviews of YouTube employees that are on YouTube from YouTubers that post their videos about it, they always talk about communication. Always. Every single interview is pretty much talking about how can we get communication better with you guys at YouTube and us creators, instead of actually talking all about it on Twitter. Nothing has changed. It has been years since people have actually talked about this, and they were like, "Oh, we'll take we'll take that feedback seriously." It has been years. People have talked about it for years. Nothing has changed. It is still the same. It completely backfired on Actman, because his channel's pretty much dead in the water because he can't make any money off of it, and some of his videos got completely age restricted, so they won't get promoted at all. YouTube has pretty much failed us. Like, they really have. I don't even know what to really even say. Like, it's just, a lot of us don't really think that YouTube is safe for everybody anymore. It's not safe for us. If this could happen to somebody very popular in the YouTube community, it could happen to really any of us at this point. They need to actually have a talk with the higher ups at YouTube. Come up with a better conclusion. There's absolutely no way his channel should have been completely demonetized and just pretty much getting him fired from his job for saying, no, you made these tweets bad. They're completely not satire. Like, they're clearly not jokes. They were jokes. YouTube actually needs to start enforcing their policies properly, and to realize that this was a huge mistake on their end, and they need to actually make a change on how things actually operate at YouTube. I really do think that, partner managers having more power, to help creators, always on creator sides, helping identify issues with their videos, with their channel, things that YouTube can solve on their own instead of bragging about it on Twitter. It will solve a lot of issues on the platform. Communication is one of the biggest flaws on YouTube for being a creator. You being a creator, you're pretty much on your own. It's hard to get a communication like anyone from YouTube. The only way to really do it is causing a hellstorm on Twitter, and it's not healthy for either of us. It's not healthy for the content creator. It's not healthy for YouTube. We just need to have a better communication system. And YouTube needs to do better for all of us. Like, personally, I like YouTube. I really do like YouTube. It's probably one of the best platforms out there. But for being a creator, it's hell. It's not great. Creators don't get treated fairly. We've seen it. We've seen it so many times throughout the many years. A lot of us have been posting videos, seeing a lot of the drama that's been happening over the years. Not everybody is treated the same. And the policies need to be enforced properly. Creators who have a problem with videos or channels, they need better communication, 100%. And I really do think partner managers are the right people for the job, to be on the side of creators, to help them as much as possible, so YouTube doesn't always have to get bad press from their own community and the mainstream media. Once the mainstream media gets a hand on what's actually happening on YouTube, they make all the wrong decisions. We've seen it plenty of times. Anyways, I feel like I've said what I've needed to say about the situation, because a lot of it is nothing new. It's been out there. Nothing has really changed. I hope this gets resolved. Like, I've been just so wanting to talk about this. I've wanted to talk about this for the past week, ever since this started, and I just haven't had the chance. Now I have the chance to actually bring my thoughts onto YouTube and put a voice out there for everybody. A lot of people have already done that, and I want to do that as well. I hope this all gets resolved, and I hope things change for the platform to make it a better place in the future. Anyways, I hope you guys like the video, sub to the channel, you guys want new content, bell for notifications, comment what you guys think about this whole situation below. I have YouTube members if you guys want to become a member on the channel. Social media links are in the description below, and I hope all of you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys around.